Cracking open the East Area Rapist investigation is named the top DNA case anywhere in the world.
The East Area Rapist case is one of the most terrifying true crime stories in recent history.
Yeah, pretty impressive. The DNA hit of the year was announced in Japan, competing
This criminal terrorized a community for years,
against 70 other cases across the globe.
leaving people scared and confused. The East Area Rapist was not just a random attacker. He targeted homes at night, breaking in while families were inside. His crimes started in the 1970s and continued for several years, causing widespread panic. People lived in constant fear, locking their doors and windows tightly, afraid that the rapist could strike at any moment. The police were under pressure to catch him, but he was careful and smart, leaving very few clues. The community felt helpless, unsure if they were safe even in their own homes. This case is important not only because of the crimes, but also because it shows how fear can affect a whole neighborhood. Families changed their daily routines, children were kept inside, and trust among neighbors was shaken. The East Area Rapist case became a story of horror, mystery, and a community desperate for answers. Victims. The victims of the East Area Rapist were mostly women living in quiet neighborhoods. He chose his targets carefully, often attacking women alone in their homes at night. These victims were not only hurt physically, but also deeply traumatized emotionally. Many lived in fear for years, worried the attacker might come back. The rapist's method was very cruel. He would break into homes quietly, surprise the victims, and use violence to control them. Sometimes he would stay for a long time, threatening the victims and even tying them up. The experience left many victims scared to leave their houses or trust anyone. Because the attacks happened in peaceful communities, the victims felt even more isolated. They struggled to talk about what happened due to fear and shame. The police tried their best to support the victims, but the trauma was hard to heal. Families also suffered, as they worried about the safety of their loved ones. The East Area Rapist caused pain that went far beyond physical harm. His crimes left emotional scars that lasted a lifetime. The victim's bravery in facing this terror is an important part of the story. Fear. The community lived in constant fear because of the East Area Rapist. People could not sleep well at night, always worried that the attacker might come to their homes next. This fear changed the way people lived their daily lives. Many stopped going out alone or stayed inside after dark. Parents kept their children close, afraid to let them play outside. Neighbors who once trusted each other began to feel suspicious. Everyone wondered if someone strange was watching or following them. This fear made people nervous and stressed all the time. Some even moved away, hoping to escape the danger. The police worked hard to calm the community, but the attacker's clever ways made it hard to catch him. News about the attacks spread quickly, adding to the fear. The East Area Rapist became a symbol of terror, haunting the minds of everyone in the area. This fear also affected local businesses and schools, which saw fewer people because everyone wanted to stay safe at home. The community was not just fighting a criminal, but also the feeling of being unsafe in their own neighborhoods. Fear became the strongest weapon the East Area Rapist used against the people. Investigation. The investigation into the East Area Rapist case was long and difficult. Police worked for years trying to find clues and catch the criminal. The attacker was smart and careful, which made it hard for investigators to get close. He left very little evidence behind, and the attacks were spread over many years and different neighborhoods. Detectives used many methods to solve the case. They interviewed victims and witnesses, studied crime scenes, and followed leads. Police set up special teams focused only on this case. Despite all their efforts, the East Area Rapist stayed free for a long time, causing frustration and fear. New technology helped the investigation later. Forensic experts used DNA testing to find links between different attacks. This was a major step forward, but even with this, it took decades to make real progress. The investigation showed how tough it is to catch a criminal who is careful and patient. The East Area Rapist case became one of the most famous and complex investigations in the country, showing both the challenges police face and their commitment to justice. The suspect in the East Area Rapist case remained unknown for many years. adding to the mystery and fear surrounding the crimes. Police had few clues and no clear picture of who he might be. Over time, many suspects were questioned, but none were arrested for a long time. The attacker was careful to avoid being seen or caught. He changed his methods and locations, making it hard to track him. This made the community even more nervous because they did not know who to watch out for or how to protect themselves. Years later, advances in DNA technology helped police identify the suspect. They matched DNA from crime scenes to a man named Joseph James DeAngelo, a former police officer. This discovery shocked many, as no one expected the criminal to be someone with a law enforcement background. The suspect's arrest brought relief to the community, but also raised many questions about how he could hide his crimes for so long. His story became a key part of understanding the East Area Rapist case and how justice was finally served. Impact: the impact of the East Area Rapist case on the community was deep and lasting. Beyond the immediate fear and trauma, the attacks changed the way people lived for years. Many families felt unsafe in their own homes, which is supposed to be the safest place for anyone. The fear caused neighbors to become distant and cautious, breaking the sense of community that once existed. The case also had a wider impact on how police handled similar crimes. It showed the importance of using new technology, like DNA testing, in solving cold cases. Investigators learned valuable lessons about tracking criminals who are careful and secretive. This helped improve methods for future investigations across the country. Media coverage kept the story alive, reminding people of the dangers, but also of the strength of victims and law enforcement. The case became a symbol of both horror and hope. Though the East Area Rapist caused pain, the community's ability to survive and eventually see justice gave many a reason to believe in safety again. The impact of the case is still felt today. Justice in the East Area Rapist case took a long time to achieve. For decades, the attacker remained free, causing pain and fear to many families. The community hoped for answers and for the criminal to be caught. Police never gave up, continuing to investigate and search for new leads. The breakthrough came when advanced DNA technology linked the crimes to a man named Joseph James DeAngelo. This discovery led to his arrest and trial, finally bringing the case to court after many years. The trial was closely watched by the public, as people wanted to see justice served for the victims. DeAngelo was found guilty of many crimes, including rape and murder. He was sentenced to life in prison without the chance of parole. This sentence gave some closure to the victims and their families, although the scars of the past remained. The case shows how justice can take time, but is possible with patience and effort. It also reminds us of the importance of supporting victims and never forgetting the impact of such crimes. Justice was finally done, ending the long nightmare for the community. Thank you for watching this deep look into the terrifying case of the East Area Rapist, a story that shook a whole community and changed the way crimes are solved forever. The fear, pain, and courage of the victims remind us how important it is to stay aware and support those affected by violence. What do you think allowed this criminal to stay free for so long? Could the community have done something differently? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you. If you found this story gripping, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest true crime videos. Your support helps us bring more real stories to light. Don't miss our next video, The Disappearance of Brian Schaffer, A Night Out Gone Wrong, coming soon! Stay safe and stay curious.